Hello, everybody. Hope you guys are having a great weekend and a great day off. It was a 3 day weekend. Uh, Uncle had a lot of stuff I had to do this past week. A bunch of things happened in my personal life, which is why I couldn't, work as much as I'd like to. But here I am. We're gonna put some work in today, guys, and we had an interesting close from last week, last Friday. Look at that. You guys see that candle where it bounced right off of Uncle's 1.786 fib levels. I'm telling you guys, these fib levels, I love these fib levels. But you know what else I love? Trend lines. Trend lines are pretty cool. Some people like Uncle's trend lines, some people don't. Sometimes, depending on how you do the trend line, it can be subjective. That's why I love fib levels the best, because fib levels are fib levels, man. But the trend line that I have here, let me change it to orange. Okay, so it sticks out. I got this trend line right here that started from January 17th low. Had a couple of touch here on the end of January, early February. Couple of touch here in mid-February. Okay, so I'm definitely watching that trend line. I got a support there around 497.5-ish. Okay, that breaks down below 497.5 is a breakdown of this trend line. That could be bearish, guys, and the trigger for shorts. And where did it bounce from? Around that 498.9 level. That is a fib level. So those are the two levels to watch for tomorrow. Okay, guys, do we have FOMC? No, we got U.S. leading economic indicators. Okay, but FOMC is, it's Wednesday, guys. One of my favorite days to trade because there's so much volatility. I can't wait. So if you're a bear, these are the levels that you want to watch for this week, okay? Or definitely watch this trend line. You can add it to your chart as well. 498.9 once again, and that 497.5 level. Those levels fail. Could be bearish. We could get a pullback down to the downside. All right, we could drop down to 496, 494, 492, and 490.5. Now, 490.5 is a critical level. That's the next fib levels. If I was a swing trader, I'd focus more on the fib levels. But that's just my opinion. Okay, so that definitely would be a target if we break down those support levels at 498.9 and 497.5. Could give us a nice pullback. All right, and maybe Friday's high could be a lower high that could lead to a lower low. All right, but you'll want to stay unbiased, guys. You want to stay unbiased because that's just the bear case scenario. The bull case scenario, as you guys can see, overall, as long as we're above this orange trend line, bulls got a shot at more upside. 498.9 must hold as support, of course. Then there's resistance at 500, and we got 501.5, and of course 503. It's 502.7, but I'm gonna round it to 503. If we clear that 503 level, that's a breakout of this pink trend line. Now, as you guys can see, this pink trend line on the daily chart, it's only 2 touches, but on the 6-hour chart, we get 3 touches. Kind of. Okay, so it's not 3 touches. You see what I mean about the trend line? A biased person would have been like, no, it's 3 touches. But no, it's still 2 touches even on the 6-hour chart. But yeah, I mean, can we go for a third touch? Third touch would be around 503. All right. We got some bounces around that area. 503.5 was Monday's high. About 503.3-ish this was Friday's high. Okay, so but they're a few cents off of each other. Could be a double top situation here, which is a bearish pattern. But if we can break above those levels, I say 503.5. I'm gonna stay. That's my final level. I'm gonna go at 503.5. We clear that level, we go to new all-time high. Potential double top would be canceled. All right, and I have no fib levels till 509.6s and 511 above that. All right, guys, that is my SPY plan. What's next? Triple Q. Look at here. It filled the gap and then it pulled back. Some people took some profits. 430.57 is the fib level. And look where Triple Q closed at 430.57. That's amazing. You see the amazingness of fib level, guys? Overall, below 430.5 and 429. If we break that down, Friday and Thursday's high could be a lower high, and we could be entering correction mode. That would put 425, 423.8, 421.7, and 419.7 all back in play. And remember, that pivot low right here was around 425.3-ish, but I'm going to round it to 425. If that level breaks down, we could get that lower low correction mode. You know what I mean, guys? But it got to break down support to be bullish. Maybe it want to give us some W pattern or some, I don't know what it wants to do. But to be bullish, it's going to have to clear 433.6. If it does, bullish, 435, 437.8, and 439 would all be back in play. Above 439 is new all-time high. NVDA closing right around my 727 level, all right? So it's being a little indecisive there. I'm looking at the 6-hour chart. To be bullish, once again, plans are the same. Got to break out 727 and 730. 732.6, 734, 736, and 738 will all be in play. With 740, 741.6, 744, and 746 all will be upside targets. Okay, that's the bull case. Bear case, I like to see it break down 725 and 723.5. Those levels break down. 722, 720.4 would be in play. Now 720.4 is a fib level, so if that breaks down, pretty bearish, and we could drop all the way down to 709.4. Okay, that it could happen. Stay unbiased though. React. Look to react. Tesla, we had that inverse head and shoulder. Looked like on Thursday it played out. Broke out the neckline, gave us a decent move to the upside, going as high as 203-ish. I had a fib level around that area, 203.68 to be exact. Got a big body green candle followed by this small body candle with some wicks on the top and the right. Is that an evening star pattern? Could we get a reversal here? Maybe, or it could just be a regular pullback. All right, now remember we had the neckline. All right, I also had that pivot low back in late October of last year. That's at 194. So overall bullish, bulls are in control as long as above 194. For bullish follow through though, clearing that next fib level at 203.68 would definitely be bullish follow through. Put in the gap fill at 208-ish in play, and 210, 213-ish, and at the next fib level above would be over 217-ish in play. That's the bull case. Now the bear case got to break down a few levels. All right. Now this pivot low for Friday's candle was at 197.4. I definitely watched that level. If that breaks down, 194 is in play. That level must hold. But if that level breaks down, we gonna have ourselves a false breakout setup, which would be bearish, and put lower targets in play, possibly back down to 185 or lower. Here is IWM. I'm looking at the 6 hour. Let me look at the daily. We have an inside candle setup here. It is technically a false breakout. I had a trend line at 203. Well, a fib level at 203. Macro level. We broke it out on Thursday. Broke back below it on Friday. We'll see what happens. Overall, can only be bullish if we break out 203 and 205. We clear those two levels, I'd be bullish. Okay, look to long. Overall, as long as below 203, it would be bearish. Next support's at 200.7. That level breaks down, bearish, guys. 198.7 or lower would be in play. What's next? Apple. We finally got the breakdown of that 200 daily moving average. Okay, that's a bearish breakdown. So if we're going to get some bullish momentum, we're going to need a false breakdown setup. The 200 daily moving average is at 183.5. If that level recaptures, that's bullish with 185.8 in play. Above 185.8 is more bullish. Put in the 50 daily moving average, which is around 189.8, and my fib level at 191.2 in play. And above those levels, I would favor some good highs, some new highs. All right. Overall, though, as long as below the 200, as long as below 183.5, bearish. Watch the breakdown of next support at 182 and 180. Those levels fail. 178, next fib level would be in play, with 175 and 173.3 in play next. All right, guys. Here is AMD trying to give us a false breakout off that breakout, that is green trend line, at that breakout Wednesday. And it looks like it's trying to give us a false breakout. So bearish follow through would be to break down my fib level at 172.5. If that level's failed, look to short. We could drop down to 169, 167.5, maybe all the way down to 164. And below 165, I'd be bear bias, okay? That's a fib level. Now, to be bullish, it's going to have to, clear some levels. All right, that 175 level, if that clears, 178 and 180.5 would be in play. Okay, above 185, we most likely will head back up to 185, and above 185 is new all-time highs. All right, guys. Amazon just lingering around, not sure what it wants to do. Is it building an island or what? Overall, can't get bullish unless we clear 170 and 171.5. Those levels cleared, then I would look to long. Support is at 167.5. Those levels fail. 165.7, 163.5, and 162 would all be back in play. Okay, Netflix got looks like a false break. I had a macro level at 585.8. We cleared that level Thursday, broke back below it on Friday. So as long as below 585.8, was it 585.8? Yes, it was. Yeah, overall bears below that level. Follow through would be to break down the next support, especially if we break down 580.5. I got support at 579 and 577.6. Those levels fail bearish with 571.3 and 570 in play, okay? Possibly lower. The only way I'd be bullish is if we cancel this false breakout, so that's got to get back up. It's got to get back above 585.6. Yeah, 585.8. Excuse me, 585.8. It's got to recapture that level, cancel the false breakout. That will put higher targets back in play. 590. Have the next fib level at 595.3-ish. All right. Meta looks like it's trying to pull back. It broke down at 473 level. Next critical support, well, next fib level support is at 469. That level fails. 464.8. 459.9 and 454 will be back in play. Okay, I would only look to long above 473 to recapture that lost level, to put higher targets back in play, possibly up to 475, 476.5, and 478.6. All right, guys. Google got a breakdown, critical level 2 at 142.3, 141, 139, and 137.9-ish are next support. 137.5 our next support. All right, guys, stay bearish below 142.3. Bulls need a false breakdown setup, so I will only look to long if 142.3 and 144 recaptures. If those levels recapture, look to long 146, 142.3, and gap fill at 149-ish would be back in play. Microsoft lingering around a little bit, still a little choppy. But if it wants to get bearish, it's still got to break down that 402.2 level. If it does, the white trend line is in play. That's all the way at 397. And below 397, that's a breakdown the white trend line. That's when I will be bear bias, okay? Now, if bulls defend that fib level at 402.2, it's got to clear some resistant levels. 404, 404, 405.5 to 406 zone, 408, 410, and 411.8. 411.8 is a fib level, and if that level clears, we got that gap at 415, guys. Remember, look to react. Now, here is coin. Look like, it's been gapping up. Not getting much strength intraday, but it's been gapping up and got some selling pressure there. Holy moly, some profit taking, okay? So for the profit taking to continue, support is at 180 and 178.8. Those levels failed. Look to short with 172 and gap fill at 167.5-ish in play. Okay, to be bullish, it's got to get back above, for me, it's got to get back above 187.8. All right, it tried, but have not cleared it yet. So if it finally clears it, I would be bullish, favoring higher targets, 193.6, maybe back up to 200. Not back, but up to 200 in play. All right, guys, here is the dog pool order for last week. 35% of activity came in at the 500.86 level. 33% came in at 494.11, and 32% came in at 494. Okay, so that 494 level is a good amount a premium around that area, guys. So just something to keep in mind. Just something to keep in mind. All right, let's take a look at the flows. And we'll filter for 100K. Okay, so yeah, it's a weekend. All right, so I gotta look at historical flows here. I can choose the date. So I want to look at Thursdays to Fridays. So I'll put from February 15th to the 16th. I'll search it, and it'll put in SPY. Put the filters in, 100K premiums or above, and boom. So last week, most of the flows overall was bullish. All right, more volume and more money went in the calls overall. Okay, guys. We take a look at Triple Q. So Triple Q was bearish though. A lot more volume and money went into puts. IWM was bullish. NVDA was bullish last week. Apple was bearish. Amazon was bullish. Netflix is bullish. Meta is bullish. Google is bullish. Microsoft is bullish. And Coin is bullish. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Good luck this week. Peace.